Hello. I had somebody ask me on my YouTube channel about how I'm doing now, and I was meaning to do an update video, but I haven't gone around to it. So great news, I just had my year visit, my year scan. So I took a low dose of the radioactive iodine, and my scan came back that I'm cancer free, which is fantastic. I'm super happy. Um, so I actually ended up moving from Hawaii back to Oregon where my family lives. Um, One of the things that somebody was asking about was my medication, if I'm still on the same medication. And part of the problem I found with medication mostly is while I was in Hawaii, I was prescribed Armour because the levothyroxine, I'm assuming it was the levothyroxine that made my hair start falling out. Yeah, so I can't take levothyroxine. I'm on Kaiser insurance, and apparently Kaiser does not cover Armour, so I'm paying out of pocket for Armour. When I first came to Kaiser in Oregon, one of the issues was I filled my prescription. I noticed the pills looked a little bit different than I was used to, and I started taking it and then started feeling very, very sluggish and tired, even though I was on the same dose. And I did a little bit more research, and the medication they were prescribing me was not brand name Armour. It was some other, like a generic Armour. It was called like NP Thyroid. And my body did not like it. I didn't, excuse me, I didn't react the same way to it at all. So basically I went into my doctor and demanded that they revise it. And it really wasn't my doctor's fault. It's just the way Kaiser works. So now I'm on name brand Armour. I feel better. We've actually raised my dose. So I believe right now I'm actually taking 115 of the Armour, which sounds like a lot, but I don't have a thyroid, so it's really not that much. And my energy is really good. I actually feel like normal. I guess before going into surgery and having my thyroid completely removed, I was really worried that I would never feel healthy. I would always feel like a weird yo-yo of too high, too low. And I have had moments of feeling too high. I definitely have had moments of feeling too low. But it's not as uncomfortable or hard to balance as I thought it would be. Really, I'm doing better on Armour. I've heard other people do really well on levothyroxine. It's just, I didn't. What else was I going to tell you? Personally, I love Armour. My energy is good for the most part. It was a little bit finicky getting the balance to be correct, but now my levels are looking good. Weight. Somebody asked me about weight gain or loss. It's hard to say because I just recently moved back to Oregon, which has a lot of different options for people who are gluten-free like me. So I've been I've been eating more foods than I typically would. So I would say I'm a bit heavier than I would like to be. And I think that has more to do with just that there's gluten-free brownies here that I can eat and just buy from the store. I don't have to make my own. It's kind of dangerous. So I've been indulging a bit. So I don't really think that has to do with my medication. Although I do have to say, I've noticed before the surgeries, if I wanted to lose weight, it was not very difficult for me to lose weight. After the surgery, it is more difficult. I've noticed. What else was I going to tell you? So I'm cancer free. Yay! I am pretty darn excited about that. I bought myself a cancer free gift to myself just something sparkly so I can look at it and be like, hey, you deserve it. I'm actually not taking any vitamins for my hair. In one of the videos I was on like biotin and a bunch of other stuff because I was losing my hair a lot. And really all I'm taking right now is I'm just on my thyroid hormone. So the person who contacted me, it looks like they might be going in for a partial thyroidectomy. I gotta say, for me, I'm really happy I had the full. I started out with the partial and then found cancer in my lymph nodes, so then we ended up taking the whole thing out. Because I had Hashimoto's, and I think that caused a lot of other health issues with me. I feel significantly better not having a thyroid at all and just relying on my medication than when I had a thyroid. But that's something, you know, everyone has to decide for themselves. Originally, I was just going to do a partial, but then, you know, the cancer had spread. And this is something I don't think I had necessarily revealed in my last video. During my initial full body scan, it showed that I had cancer in my liver, thyroid cancer. Typically, it doesn't spread that far. Typically, it might go to your lymph nodes directly around your thyroid, or possibly, I mean, when my doctor told me, it was pretty surprising. I wasn't expecting to hear that. But I did the radioactive iodine at a treatment dose. I believe it was like 150 millicurie. I'm not really, might have been 135. I can't remember the exact dose of the radiation I got. But it looks like that was enough to get rid of any distant metastases that occurred. So that's pretty great. So I'll be getting scans, the ultrasound scans, for the next, probably the rest of my life. At least every 6 months for a while, I think. And then I don't think, because I talked to my doctor and she said that, I asked her when my next full body scan would be, and basically I don't need another one unless they see something suspicious. And then I wanted to show you my scar. So this is a year out from me. I had a partial thyroidectomy on this side to start with, and then we took the other side out. So this is after 2 surgeries. I've met other people who their scars do not look this like dark or purple. Some people's scars look more white and translucent, like you can't even tell that they're there. And honestly, I feel like my scar isn't that noticeable. I think I notice it way more than other people. But it kind of fell like right in my like neck wrinkle, the crease of my natural neck, so that people I don't think even really notice it. And honestly, I'm okay with it. So, oh, and then I do have a bit of a cold today. My voice has come back. When I sing, I notice when I sing, my voice does get tired. I'm not able to sing as long. I do still have trouble hitting some high notes, but I can hit them. I'm not going to sing right now, don't worry. There was one other thing I was going to tell you. Oh, this is just news for you regarding my life. With everything that I've been through, I've actually kind of started thinking about a change of careers and possibly going into becoming an ultrasound tech or a sonographer, which is what they're technically called. And that's how my cancer was diagnosed. That's really how all thyroid cancer, I think, is diagnosed. They do an ultrasound on your neck, they see something suspicious, and then they go in and do a biopsy. So I had kind of been bouncing around that idea for a little while, and then recently when I was declared cancer-free, I'm like, well, hey, you know, if I want to go to school now, I don't have to worry about going back in for treatment, or, you know, that mystery is gone. So this is something that I'm investigating currently, is going back to school and becoming a sonographer. So that's what's new with me. I'm cancer-free. Woo! So thank you so much for watching. I hope you who are watching, you probably have thyroid cancer or you're going in for a biopsy. I hope my videos have given you kind of a perspective on what to expect, and my experience was positive in the end. I'm feeling really healthy and good, and I hope this kind of puts your mind at ease maybe. But feel free to leave comments. I'd love to know how you're doing and what you are experiencing, if you've been diagnosed or maybe suspect that you have thyroid cancer, if you're going in for a biopsy. You know, feel free to leave me a message. I would love to hear from you guys. I also have been painting. That is, you know, one of my paintings. I'm working on a rose painting right now, and I'm kind of excited because I really enjoy painting. So let me show you. It's really kind of a gray day outside. Sorry, this is not going to be the best video. But yeah, there is the start of my rose painting. My other painting is over here, and then other paintings in the corner.